That's a pretty big deal, Chuck. We have a moon rock. We received our moon rock all the way back in February 1985. The moon rock came to us in February of 1985. 2 long years of waiting, of vetting, of paperwork, of more paperwork. You didn't fill out the paperwork right. I don't know if that's what happened.
Do the paperwork again.
Do the paperwork again with your left hand. I don't know. So anyway, after all that patience and time, we received our moon rock. This moon rock has been here longer than you have been alive.
It has been. Also, I used to be at another local museum, and we had, I found a photo in the archives there where it had a traveling moon rock exhibit.
Oh, yeah.
And the casing for that moon rock looked exactly like this.
Yes, they put them in these pressurized nitrogen cases to keep them safe.
So this is a normal thing that NASA was doing at the time when they sent these out.
It is, and our moon rock is pretty cool for a number of reasons, but it's got kind of an interesting history because, first of all, it's Apollo 11, so big deal. We're talking about the anniversary. How many years?
55 years ago,
that was
today.
Before both of us were born.
Way before.
I don't have to wink at that one. That one's real. But so that makes it cool. And then if you think about Apollo 11, they didn't bring back very many samples, right? Apollo 11 versus Apollo 17. Apollo 17 brought back so many more samples. So there aren't as many samples from Apollo 11.
Yeah.
So that's cool too. And then also a weird thing about our moon rock is that the reason NASA decided it could go out on display was because it was accidentally exposed to Earth.
Oh.
You know how they try to keep them in that contained area at Johnson Space Center, and it never is exposed to Earth's atmosphere. Well, ours was accidentally exposed to it. There was a tear in one of the gloves or something like that.
Interesting.
So they decided, what better thing to do with it than, if we're not going to study it anymore, send it out on display. And ours is just a portion. And Chuck, I've got more. Wait, there's more.
There's more?
If you go online, there's this whole document about our moon rock, which I can't, the lunar sample, whatever that is, 10,020. And then they have all the different 0.01, 0.02.
Yeah.
You can go online and find out way more details than you ever wanted to know about our moon rock.
They had an EVA on Apollo 11. They picked up this and a few other samples. And then this one, it looks like was chopped in half, or maybe not in half, but this is definitely a portion of another sample.
It's kind of nice that they did it that way, probably on purpose so that you would know.
Yeah, so it's obvious.
Yeah, it's obvious.
Yeah. I always, whenever I do tours, I like to tell the kids that they were the ones that started this light blinking, which is always fun.
One other thing I want to shamelessly plug our new exhibits. This is currently in our planetarium lobby, but it's going back downstairs into our museum once the renovations are complete.
Ooh, you want to show them? We can go.
We can.
July 20th, 1969, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin landed on the lunar surface in a lunar module much like this one. This one is a mock-up, but it is 1-to-1 scale. The moon rock that we have upstairs currently, while construction's going on, that's going to be down here somewhere?
It'll be down here. We wanted to make sure it stayed on display while we were doing our renovations, so we moved it up temporarily to our planetarium area. But yes, it will come back down here where it belongs.
Yes, next to all the lunar stuff.
Next to all the lunar stuff. Now, question, Chuck.
Okay.
This is how I gauge people.
Go on.
Would you go to the moon?
No.
Okay, not even now?
No.
Me either.
I'm too claustrophobic for that.
Oh my gosh, I know.
The astronauts had to spend anywhere from hours to a couple of days in this tiny little bit up here.
Depending on the mission.
Yeah, depending on the mission.
Well, you learn a lot about yourself and about the person with you. Going to the bathroom in there.
Oh, yeah. Also, their poop is on the moon.
Yeah.
Because they just chuck it out the side. Yeah.
In order to bring back more samples, as we mentioned, each mission brought back more samples. In order to bring back more samples, they had to cut weight.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can't bring our poop back.
Not just their poop. That's the fun one to tell kids. They love that.
They love that.
But
who doesn't?
but also like the cameras. They didn't bring back the cameras. They just brought back the film canisters.
Right. Their helmet, like the lunar surface helmets.
Yeah, and
not their bubble helmet, but the other one.
And I think the booties too.
Yep, the boots.
Yeah. So
Food trash.
food trash is all up there, and all of that. Presumably, if we go back there and have a permanent presence on the moon, we could make those like historical markers.
We could make those.
Which would be
historical.
interesting.
It would be very interesting to. There are talks. I'm sure that's why you brought it up.
Yeah.
Of the preservation of the landing sites, if nothing else, trying to preserve Neil Armstrong's footprints as the first person to walk on the moon. Yeah.
I knew very little about it. That's why I said just a little bit, then kicked it over to you. So the Apollo portion of our museum is open again.
Yes.
You can probably see there's not a whole lot of signage around yet. We're still working on that. And that will be done by the end of 2024.
Yes, winter of 2024.
Yeah, so we'll be progressively working on that even while this part of the museum is open. It is the 55th anniversary of the moon landing, so come see our Apollo artifacts that are all on display.
You think you got enough?
I think so,
All right.
yeah. Which is the blue stanchions
Chuck,
over
are you
there.
watching this?
The blue rope.
You're helping someone right now.
Thank you. Oh, that was all recorded, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
What up? We got a moon rock.